Yo guys, welcome back to another Sort of Things. Today we are playing Summoner's War. It's back on a Friday. How y'all doing? Now, this is a different kind of video. This is not one I usually do, because if you've seen the other content, I do spotlights and I compare light and dark monsters and I do all that stuff. The normal stuff. This is going to be a video for you lower levels. I'm going to start doing a little series on Summoner's War, and it is basically how-tos and all the little things. So I think I'm probably going to do how to giants, how to dragons, how to necro, all that stuff. Then probably how to the elements will probably be individual episodes. And then I'm going to do how to runes, which is what this one's going to be. I'm going to do a basic one for today. Today's going to be how to rune basic. And then I'm going to do a more advanced one if you want me to, which I'll happily do because I quite enjoy doing them. Really, Guild Battle, I know, go away. Thought, yeah, I'm going to do a how to Guild Wars and how to Arena as well. If you want me to do a how-to on any of them, please put them in the comments. It would actually mean a lot, and it would help me out a ton if you actually want me to do something, and I'll do it. But yeah, so these will probably be once a fortnight, because I'll do just another Summoner's War video in between. But yeah, this is going to be how to runes basic. So this is going to be the first few runes you get right up to when you fight the Famon boss, which is the dragon, and you get the Light Dark Scroll. So I'm going to do as many of those runes as I can, like the actual important ones. None of the shitty ones that no one ever uses. But yeah, it's going to be the basic one. So what you should be using when you first start the game. So from between level 1 and level 40-ish now, because level 40 is now not the highest level. And then moving on into the next video, I might start doing violent runes and the new 5-set rune, the new 5 runes we've got, and all the other ones. So first off, let's get right into this and talk about the first rune you ever get. The first rune you get is an energy rune. Now, what is this for you lower levels? I mean, obviously you can read it. It says 2 set plus HP 15%. It pluses 15% extra HP. So every extra, it gives you 50% extra health for every 2 you have on. So for example, I think I have someone chat. No, I don't. Okay, I'm lying now. Now I need to work out where they are. Now I've got someone, Atenei. This is a healer. She's got one here and one here. So she's got them lovely. That gives her 15 extra HP, which adds to another 19,000. So it basically gives enough. So now she has 19,000, and without them, she'd have a lot less. Now, and it's quite a straightforward rune, this one. But basically, what this episode and that is for is to see where you should put them and how you should use them. Now, I like to use them on my tanks, so you have some. I know you have some, don't lie to me. You've got none, which is weird because Asher Too Fair explains a lot. I think you have some. Yeah, you've got some because you're a healer, and I'm changing his runes up a bit, so you don't need to worry about him. But yeah, they're used on tanks. They are mainly used so that the healer can withstand a shot, and then they can re-heal, or they can HP match like Share Life, which if we look into skills, every match evenly matches the HP of all allies. It evenly matches HP, so if you're a tank and you don't take much damage, it will match the HP so that nobody else has taken that much damage. But for starters, because I doubt many of you are going to pack an Atenei in your first day, because she's a Nat 4, and to be fair, I think I've only packed 1 in the whole year I've been playing the game. So, who should you put energy runes on? I would vote, you've got your fairy at the start, your water fairy at the start. You put them on her because she's going to need to tank shots, because she is your healer. She's going to be keeping you alive in the first part of the game. That is about as far as energy runes go. They're good for tanks, they're good for healers, and they are very good for your fairy. That's where they should be going at the start of your game. When you're first starting out, you have a few runes, a few 1-star, a few 2-star runes. So I've only got 5-star and 6-star runes now. You should be putting them on your tanks and your healers and that fairy to start with. Put them on the fairy. Okay, so you farm them in here. You farm them in your first stage. You farm them in the Garon Forest, which basically is the first place you go to. And as you can see, you drop energy and you get a chance to pack water in Ugami, which isn't very good, but if you're starting out, probably is going to be alright. Now, that's about as good as that one gets. Moving on, we have Mount Sz, which is basically where the fatal runes live and how you pack your fatal runes. Now, obviously, as you can see, you get a fire golem. They're not bad. I mean, they're kind of crap, but if you're starting out, they're a tank. They are very tanky. They're good on HP as well. Now, let's have a look at fatal runes. As you can see, my Sue, perfect example, is packing damage because she's on fatal. And basically what it does is it gives you 35%. That's actually not a bad rune. Wow, I didn't realise I put that on her. That's not bad. How much crit damage has she got? Oh, not much. Okay, so yeah. Wow, that was a 6-star one too. So, as you can see, what it does is it gives you 35% attack for a 4 set out of your 6. So that means this is going to be your predominant rune set. If you're because with energy, you can have that as like a sub rune set. So you have a main one, then you have like two energies, like you saw with Bella. Like she's got violent as her predominant rune set, energy is her sub rune set. So basically, it's an extra. Whereas fatal, you need to be certain they need to be packing damage. They need to be balling on damage, to be brutally honest. Now, obviously, as you can see, mine's just straight attack. That blade one doesn't quite count, but yeah. So these are used for is your glass cannons. Your people that do damage based on their attack power. So if we look at skills, delicate whip, attacks and recovers 50% HP. This attack guaranteed stun for 1 turn. Okay, it doesn't say damage, but it's done on your damage. So moving on to that pretty much means who should you put it on when you're starting the game? Who does the most damage for you? This could be anyone you pack. This could be anything, because when I started the game, I packed myself. Right, yeah, so this is it. This is when I was starting the game. I started with a Naomi. I packed it. I thought it was really good at the time because it was already awakened and it was purple. But actually, she wasn't that great. But I put her on fatal, so she was my damage dealer. So the point I'm trying to get across is, do not isolate your fatal runes. Give them to your damage dealers. As long as you have people that can back them up, like your healer who should be on energy at the start of the game, that is where you're going to need. If you've got someone on energy who can tank a shot and can heal you, don't be afraid to put fatal on a nuker, a glass cannon, because that really is what's going to get you going. I think you're on fatal now. Yeah, you're on fatal as well. So look, attack, lovely. Up in that attack, that means they're going to do a ton of damage. Yeah, I might put an example of a ton of damage in about now. So as you can see, fatal packs damage. That's all you need to know. If you need raw damage, that's all you need to know. So if they're just based on attack power, fatal rune. You need that predominant rune set because it helps. 35% starting out is a lot, okay? When you're obviously getting a bit higher up, like obviously this rune does 63%, it's not a massive deal. I mean, it's obviously a lot, like 35% is still a ton, but when you're a lower level, that 35% really does help. So be sure to get some good fatal runes, get attack ones, and then you'll be good. Now, I've just realised at the beginning I forgot to talk about the basics of runes. I've just gone straight into sets. Now, what we should be doing here, I see this all the time in lower levels. This is important. Watch this bit. You've got 6 runes, okay? You've got 1 up here, and then you've got 6 round there. Basically, it goes round in a circle. Now, here will always be flat attack. You've just got normal attack, okay? That's normal. That's okay. Here you've got normal defense. That's okay. You want that. That's okay. That's good. And then you've got normal HP. There's no percents there yet. The main stat at the top is a flat rune. Now, here, and here, unless it is speed up here. Unless it's speed, these should all be percents. Okay, look. So we've got attack percent, attack percent, attack percent. Now here you've got, I think, attack, again, percents. Here you should have attack, okay, HP. I'm trying to find ones that aren't attack. And then here, oh, okay, yeah, attack, crit damage, attack. Lots of stuff. Now, the speed rune. The speed rune, there. That's the only one that should be a flat rune on that slot. I see it all the time and it winds me up. Do not put flat runes on the even slots, on slots 2, 4, 6. You don't need to. It's bad. Would you rather have, I don't know, 15% defense or 15 defense extra or 15% defense. That's what I'm trying to say. The percent is better because it's worth more. So I know obviously when you're at a lower level you won't actually have the chance to find these runes yet, but please just put percents on. It makes life easier. That was all I needed to say. Back onto rune sets. I think I'll do 2 more. I think we're going to go to... Who's next? So we've done Fatal, we've done Energy. You know where they should go. Fatals are going on your nukers, and your energies are going on your healers. That's where we're going to start with. Here you've got Blade. These are the most important runes in the game, in my opinion. I use them everywhere. Look, Blade. Okay, no, that's a bad example. Blade there. Bad example. Blade. Don't think you're on Blade. No, if you're on Focus. You're on Blade. You've got Blade. You've got Blade. You probably do. Yeah, everyone I have has Blade. It's one of the most amount of runes I own. Now, why are they good? They up your crit rates by 12% on a 2 set, which is beautiful. It is lovely having that because it means basically you can hit your crit damages much harder. Now, if I get my good old buddy Chow over here, there's 117 crit damage. Oh, actually, no, let's use Julie. 159 crit damage. Which is very, very good, actually. 159, I'm proud of that. However, her crit rate's not enough because it's not a high enough chance to activate that crit damage more often. You need crit rate up quite high. Like, oh wow, okay, I dropped yours quite a lot. Who's got a lot? I think Lucian has a lot. Lucian's got 86% crit rate and 122 crit damage. That means he has a very high chance of hitting his shots. He has a very, very high chance. Which is lovely. It's good. It's great. You need crit rate on your monsters because that's how much more damage is done. I don't put much on you, and I do not. I'm not one to use a ton of crit rate, but I do use it a lot. You're on a Blade rune. Basically, only really use crit rate only go for a lot of crit rate if you're gonna put in a ton of crit damage. I've made the mistake, and now obviously my subs have been unlucky, and I have bad sub stats, so I don't have as much crit rate as I should do. But you need crit rate with crit damage. They go as a pair. They're just a pair, okay? Like they're the best pair rune you have. So like Shield and Energy go quite well together. They're a nice rune set. But you need Rage Blade. That is a very common rune set. I think Julie is on Rage Blade actually. Yeah, the Rage Blade rune set. That is very common because you've got crit damage on these and crit rate on these. But we're going to go into the Rage rune in a little second. Now, where do you put the Blade runes? Sir, you put the Blade runes on everyone. Less so the healers, but anyone that's going to be doing damage, anyone that's going to be doing anything. You want one set of blades starting out because crit rate is going to help you a lot when you're starting out the game. So, you're going to need to put them on your damage dealers. You're going to need to put them... You might want to put them on your healers. I don't know. You might not want to. Your tanks. You might want a bit of blade on there so they can do a little bit of damage. But you know, as of where blades go, they again are good for the damage dealers. So that's another rune. You know where to find them now. They're in the 3rd place. Basically basically in the wind place, the first wind boss you come up against. That's where they are. And it's quite an easy place to farm. It's quite daunting because it's a double boss. But it is quite an easy one to farm. You just need an AoE monster. Now, what is next on the list, shall we, John? I think we're going to go for Rage as we've done Blade. Moving swiftly into Rage. There are another 4 sets. There are another predominant rune. My Rage runes are bloody awful. They're absolutely atrocious. But yeah, Rage Blade. It is crit damage 40%. Which helps a ton. Look, she's got that, so that means she has 159% 159% crit damage, which is perfect. It's a lot. You've got a crit damage rune down here. Yeah, you've just got a crit damage rune down here, so that does an extra bit of crit damage. But I think she's the only one to have on Rage. That's why her crit damage is so high. Where do you use? Actually, no, I know. I think I have somebody else who is. I think you are too. Oh no, you're on Fatal. Okay, but yeah, why do you use Rage? Not Rage. Yeah, yes, Rage. I'm losing my mind. Rage is good for monsters like a Chamomere. I was trying to think of other monsters that he'd be good for, but actually, I didn't put it on because my rage runes aren't very good. Make sure you have good runes first before you just throw runes on. Don't just put don't just put runes on because it's the right type. Make sure you have the perfect runes first. Now, this is why crit damage is good. It's a universal damage, whereas fatal is based on your attack. Some monsters don't do damage based on attack, so you don't need to. Now, because you've got Mega Smash, which is according to his speed, you've got this Super Crush, which is according to his HP, and then you've got Mac Crush, which is according to his damage. Now, if you look here, he's only got 3 extra speed, he's got 1200 attack, and his HP is at 6000, which actually isn't too bad, thinking about it. If you've got an HP rune. No, you don't. 6000 is not bad, you know. But yeah, so the crit damage is good, and it actually is crit, it's not too bad either. But the crit damage is good, it's universal. Moving swiftly on, we're going to go for one more rune set before this drags on a little bit too long. We're going to go for Swift next, because they are pretty much the 5 basics. You're going to want Rage Blade, Fatal, Swift. Wait, Rage Blade, Fatal, Energy, Swift. That's where you want them. Now, Swift is good because what does it do, I hear you ask? It gives you 25% extra speed on a 4 set, so it's another predominant rune. It pairs well with most runes. It pairs well with energy, it pairs with focus, mainly focus, because you're going for, or blade actually, blade or focus, because I've got it on my Galleon, as you can see, on a focus as well, so his accuracy has been increased, so it's 81% accuracy, and he has 94 speed, which is actually not too bad. Obviously I want that plus 100 speed, but you know, shit happens. Now, obviously he's on speed as well, but speed pretty much lets you go first, which is really what you want. I'll put an example in now. Going first, ta-da. Going first gives you an optimum advantage. It allows you to first put your debuffs on. It can allow you to stun. Doing that allows you to put your buffs on, and it allows you to getting those first shots in crucial, because you can kill something before they've moved, and then you're already at an advantage. It's perfect in Guild Wars. Like Galleon is a don in Guild Wars because he's fast. He's just fast, and then he puts on the defense breaks, and everyone is tripping because they can't do a thing. Because I've already killed them all. It's as easy as that. So Swift. When you're starting the game, you clearly won't get very, very good Swift runes, but that's alright. 4 sets, because Swift is difficult to get, try and get them for the odd slots, so 1, 3, 5, as opposed to 2, 4, 6, because they're going to be much more difficult to get good runes for. Or even mediocre runes for when you're starting out. Swifts should go on your buffers to start, so you get the Fire Hellhound. Try and get him on Swift, because you're going to need to get him fast. Maybe go for, I think just buffers at the moment for Swift when you're starting the game. I mean, you can try and delve into somebody else with speed. Like, I've got Shumar on speed. He's got plus 95 speed. He's very quick. Basically, you want it on your buffers. You want it on your debuffers. You want it on the people that are going to be a pain. They're not going to kill, but they're going to be a hassle because they're going to stun things. They're just going to make their life a misery. Now, that was the 5 rune sets I showed you today. If you did enjoy it, so we went through. And actually, no, I'm not going to wrap up yet. We're going to do a tiny little recap. Energies for the tanks. Rage and Fatal are for your nukers, but the difference is Rage is universal. Blade goes with everything. It's lovely. It's a sub. And then Swift is if you need to go first. You need your buffers in. You need to get them ahead of your nukers. That's where it's for. Now, that was a tiny little recap. If this was a bit of a messy video, as in it was a bit scrappy, let me know on how I can improve, because it did feel a little bit scrappy. I'm going to wrap up. Put in the comments if you want me to do any other kinds of how-tos. And yes, I will catch you all in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.